Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Josh and I'm on a mission to become financial independent. This channel is all about real estate, personal finance, while getting out of debt. And if you like any of that, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss one single video. In honor of October and being the scary horror type of month, right? I wanted to break down some of my real estate horror stories that I've had throughout my career. Usually they are horrible at the moment, but I laugh now because I survived, and a lot of these actually became deals, so great. However, real estate is not for the weak, and you gotta be ready for absolutely everything because you never know what you're going to get. I made another video a while ago like this, and it seemed like you guys really liked it, so I wanted to keep sharing this type of stories that I have experienced, and hopefully I can do this throughout the end of the month and you'll like this type of series. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning, as Hillary Duff would say. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning to my first deal, and well, the first deal that actually I did close, because that wasn't the first people that I helped out, but it was the first couple that I actually ended up getting a deal out of. I made some money out of that. So as I think all of us start in real estate, we started with family and friends that want to buy a house. So this couple that I knew from high school, and I grew up pretty much with them, they had gotten married and they wanted to buy a house. They only got pre-qualified through his salary because she wasn't working at the moment, so it wasn't really, they didn't have a lot of room to grow. There wasn't really like a lot of options with their limited budget. However, I took the challenge and I pressed on. So these people wanted a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in a very specific part, it's the East Coast of Puerto Rico, and a very limited budget. It had to be a very certain loan in order to for them to qualify. And we were probably looking for 3 months, I want to say. So we saw a few houses, nothing they actually liked as much until we found the right one. So we find the house, I called the realtor, and he says that the house hasn't been finished completely, but he's gonna show it to us, which is fantastic. If you know this, you're like, you have to be the first person to look at a house these days and put an offer in if you actually want the house. We see the house. The house was nice. It was being remodeled. The developer had done the kitchen, the bathroom, a few things, a backyard, a few things here and there. So definitely had potential. It was a good starter home, right? I think something that we need to remind ourselves is that the first house that you own doesn't mean it's the last house, right? It's just a starter home. It's good for the moment. So they decide to put a full offer, and we presented the offer, and the realtor says to me, oh, the developer actually wants me to show, like, to actually put this on the market, basically, because we were the only people that had seen the house. The house hadn't really been finished. Mind you, let's be honest, he wanted, or the developer wanted more money. Most likely he wanted to go over asking price, but these people didn't have a lot of money. It wasn't really like an option for them. We already did a full offer, subject to appraisal, and we were on the fence of how much it was actually going to appraise for. So he tells me, oh, I can't accept this. You're gonna have to give me 2 weeks in order to show this house and see what else pops up. So, I mean, what can you actually do? You know, there wasn't really a lot of houses, so if this was meant to be, it was meant to be. We were just gonna have to wait it out. 2 weeks I'm in, and he shows the house. He tells me he got, I believe it was 6 offers on the house, and we were not the number 1 option. Turns out that the first people that put an offer, or I guess the highest offer, didn't go through. They had financial problems and just didn't go through. He shows the house to all these people, right? Or this, whatever, however many days it was on the market for that. And he comes back to me and says that we're not the highest offer. Two more people had gone more than us. And what can I say? Well, good luck. He basically said, hey, do you guys want to put in higher offer? And they just couldn't do it. So we had to wait that out. So we find out we're not the highest offer. Fine, we're gonna keep continuing to look at other houses and continuing, our house hunt here. Calls me later and says, hey, they can't really afford the house, so it's gonna be a no, and you're the next offer. However, we don't know how much the house is gonna be appraised for. I had an idea, I had the comps, so I kind of knew it was around that range, but the developer wasn't really excited to to sell the house for less. The developer just didn't want to lose money, and I get it. We're not in this business to lose money, but we're also in the business to help people. It's kind of weird. But then he says, let's go under contract, let's get it together, and let's see how much it appraises for. We do all that. The house, thankfully, appraises for the asking price. So we were set. They accepted that offer. We were good to go. However, it was going to take a while in order to do so. I think the closing took about 60 days after that. So it took about 3 months, which is pretty normal here in Puerto Rico, from seeing the house, putting that offer, and then closing. And finally, we were able to move in. However, the real estate agent was not happy with me. He really says that he made a mistake, that he should have showed us the house until it was actually finished. But I think it was just a matter of financial things, and it just didn't work out. I just let God and let go, and it worked out. Was this the worst experience that I've had? Absolutely not. Please tune in next week because I have juicier stories to tell you. However, the fact that real estate agent didn't want to say a yes to me, or he pretty much wanted to take the advantage of the situation that we were in, that makes it a horror story for me and for my clients. Maybe it was a mistake that he shouldn't have done. We all make mistakes, and that's understandable, but it's also really difficult when you're in the buying process and you can't get a house. I understand the struggle because everyone wants a house nowadays, and it becomes very difficult to actually purchase the house that you really want. Up to here, this is my story. I have better, juicier ones coming in, so please like and subscribe. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you're learning a little bit more about real estate. And until next one, I'll see you guys. Bye.